Right, here we go. So on the left side is Aitland, Faust, and Cobra. And on the right we've got Cousin Ads and Cousin Lee. So Cousin on the attack, only 2 tanks, but they can do quite a bit of damage if they're just left alone too long. See, that construction yard is nearly dead. That was pretty close. I think they're just going to save it, but we had Faust there coming to the rescue, helping his teammate. So now it's a chance for a clan to go on the counter attack, and here they go. Infantry coming south, tanks joining them. Ad sees this and blocks with his own infantry there. So on all maps like this you need a lot of trucks at the start to build up your economy, and then you can start building lots of tanks. There's not really enough money to start building, at least not early on. So right side there with a slight advantage, they've killed a lot of this money, which could be the difference later on in the game. But now the battles come towards their side of the map, so that will even things out. So Faust here with the best production for tanks. Lee not far behind, Ad also. And also for kills, Faust is quite far in the lead there. Also, a low money map like this tends to force players to use Q more than GQ. because it takes longer to build up a big army and actually make GQ useful. No, but that said, Faust is steaming ahead there with the tank production. Here comes his army, which everyone else is pretty similar. That's a big lead for Faust there. so I can't see Blue coming back from that. Lee's coming in to try and save. Blue's using turrets. Okay, so there's a chance turrets could come to the rescue. He's got to get these turrets down quickly though, because Red has got a lot of tanks. It looks like he's still being overpowered. This is going to be the breaking point. Oh, he's taking out buildings now. Can Blue hold? It's pretty close. Blue can now build tanks and turrets at the same time. Yes, I think they can. Lee coming to the rescue. You see he's built quite a way up here. And likewise with Cobra. So I wonder if he's struggling for money. He's still got a lot of money. What about Faust? Yeah, he's fine. So Ad needs to quickly come down here before it's too late. But Faust coming in. Oh, I think it could be all over. Lee's too busy up north defending. Yeah, I think Blue's being overwhelmed here by Faust. Oh, look, you see at the top, you've got Lee coming back. Looks like he's got the advantage over Cobra. Oh, but that said, like, Cobra would have been able to defend. Oh, that's a shame they've lost connection. Ribbon. So obviously called ribbon because it's in the shape of a ribbon. Land in the middle, water on the outside. On the left side we have Cousin. On the right side, A-Clan. Alright, so this time we got ribbon. So obviously called ribbon because it's in the shape of a ribbon. Land in the middle, water on the outside. On the left side we have Cousin. On the right side, A-Clan. So we got a scout tank sent by Sputnik, nicely blocked by A-Clan there. Good awareness, and it's always important to block the enemy scouts so that they can't see your base and prepare for what you're doing. So Faust has gone for 2 construction yards. So he's built a few tanks first, but now he's switched early to construction yarding. It's quite a big risk, because now he's going to be far behind on the tank count. But if left don't attack soon, then he's going to have time to build up and be far ahead. He'll soon be building cruisers. So they've just left it too late to attack, I think. So there was a window of opportunity there for Cousin to come in, but I think they've lost that. I think these boats are going to be too powerful, mixed in with tanks and turrets versus only tanks. Lee's managed to get a couple of tanks in there, but I don't think there's enough to do any real damage. And now the cruisers are coming, and I think it's going to be a good game. Another win for the right side, but left have come in, and they've managed to get some tanks in and taken out a construction yard, and maybe an oil refinery too. Let's find out. Engineers coming to save it, and just too late. And the blue there is going for another oil refinery, so now Cobra is virtually dead. He's got a bit of money left in that silo, so he could still build an engineer, and with his engineer take one of Faust's construction yards. But Faust has got to defend now, and he's going to do a nice bit of damage with those cruisers, taking out those war factories easily. But Cousin have realised that their tanks are going to be killed. They've moved them up north, safe away from the cruisers down here. And now Cousin Clan on the attack, and there's quite a lot of tanks here coming in. There's enough in there to do some damage. That's another construction yard done, and another. Cousin with the comeback and taking out the tech center. That's a very good move. So now Cousin Clan unable to A Clan unable to see if Faust they had GPS. And look at the damage these cruisers have done. So it's virtually 2v1 at the moment. Cobra's got a bit of money, so we might see him try and take a... No, he's taking some money. It's a good choice. So now that he's going to continue tanking, presumably. Cousin Clan have realised they need to start building boats. But is it too late? Because Faust here has got quite a few cruisers, although not many naval yards. Instead, choosing to invest in a lot of tanks. And I think that's too many tanks. So that's 3-0 to A-Clan. So on the left we've got A-Clan, Faust and Cobra. And on the right side, Cousin, Ad and Spotnik. So let's watch their infantry patterns again. So Faust last time made a nice wall down here. Cobra went for more of a circle, like a dome around here. And on the right side, Ad's very similar as before, making a wall. So there's a bit of vulnerability here for Faust, but they will get stopped at the gate by this bunch. And Ad's got in a little bit. Spotnik's having a peep in here with his infantry, but he's not going to get past this wall of Cobra. So Faust in the red here has gone for an early building strategy, concentrating on building MCVs instead of tanks, whereas Ad is tanking first at least. He may decide to build a service depot soon, just to keep up with Faust's momentum. I think if Cousin had come north with their tanks and attacked blue, they might have been able to done a lot more damage instead of actually attacking south where all these Teslas are. So Cousin continued to attack south, and there's a little counter-attack being prepared. And Cousin has noticed, Spotnik's noticed that Faust has sent an MCV. And Cobra's coming south as well. So it looks like A-Clan are trying to gradually walk their way south and control those gems there. Sputnik on the attack. He's going to get a war factory. He does. And now retreating. So lots of tanks there by Ads. He's chosen just to go straight tanking. I think he really needed to start building earlier. Or attack earlier with the tanks to do some damage. I think it's very hard now for Cousin to come back from this. There's a line of Teslas followed up with V2 rocket launchers there. And it's just going to creep closer and closer and control this money here. Great tank battle going on here between Sputnik and Cobra. Faust sending his infantry for a side attack there. So Ad's now built an extra construction yards. 1, 2. So he's starting to build construction yards now. But is it too late? I think probably. Although he does have a lot of tanks. So a very close tank battle coming up north here. Sputnik versus Cobra. Oh no, but now Faust's Teslas are coming into the play. And once they come up here and cut off this money, it's all over. So that's going to be 4-0 to A-Clan. With Cousin to choose the next map. interesting. The standard is to build 2 or 3 trucks at the start and just go flat out tanking. You can also build an extra construction yard at the beginning to speed up your production later on, although you are vulnerable for a few minutes at the beginning. Then there's MIGs. So you can go straight into MIGs and catch your opponent by surprise and take out a key building such as a construction yard. And if you're tanking, you can choose to build up an army first and play defensively, or try and rush. If you're going to rush, it's typical to build a few grenadiers, try and uncover their base, perhaps kill some of these infantry, work your way in, and try and get sight on this construction yard. So let's see what's going on then. So we got Faust. It appears to be straight tanking. Same with Cobra. And Ad. And Lee. So everyone's going for the standard tanking builds. Let's see how many trucks they each make. So Lee's got 4 there. Ad's got 1 more. So very similar builds all around. Production very similar also here. 11 to 12 tanks each. A-Clan being slightly more aggressive, moving their tanks to the middle sooner. Faust might get boxed into a corner here if he's not careful. Cobra notices and comes to his rescue. So both sides go for the defensive tanking style. And Ad going for a sneaky second group tank attack there. He's found the construction yards. This could be Cosin's first win of the day. So now A-Clan here, a bit desperate. They need to attack before they lose this advantage in tanks. I think it's too late. I think Cousin have this. I mean, Faust has still got 4 war factories, but as soon as they get to 5 and 6 on the left here, it's going to be hard to catch up. That's some good tanking by Faust though. Is it enough? I don't think so. I think Ad's on 5 war factories. That's too much. Cobra's got a few tanks through. Can he do any damage? That's enough. That's enough to take out that construction yard. So that's gonna even it out, but I still think Cousin are gonna take this. Gonna Tesla up for good measure there. Even if they get that construction yard, Lee's still got 5 war factories. Add on 4. Add on with so many tanks there. So Cobra now with the only guy on the map with a construction yard. So the longer the action stays on this side of the map, the better it is for A-Clan. So A-Clan now at a massive tank disadvantage. Although Cobra's coming north here with a decent sized group. How much damage can he do? Cobra's still on 5 war factories. Same as Lee. Faust on 4 and add on 4, so it's dead even at the moment for tank production capability, but Cobra has that construction yard, so the longer this goes on, the better it is for A-Clan. Okay, so congratulations to A-Clan, that's 5-0. That last game was very close. Well played all. Alright guys, thanks for watching and good night.